We're in the studio this morning with the folks from Aladdin, and it is the musical that is in town, Terry. It is unbelievable. I had a chance to see it last night. We want to say hello to Lissa and Clinton. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Nice to have you here. Welcome to Omaha.
Thank you for having us.
You guys were up, I'm guessing, a little bit late last night.
The normal late.
The normal late?
Yeah.
Just binge watching some shows.
That's the thing
really?
to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's after a show, you got to find a way to calm down because our energy is so up and
I
high
bet.
from the 2.5 hours of fun we've just had.
Yeah.
So
Well, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah. So, again, thank you guys for coming in this morning. Terry, you didn't get a chance to make it last night.
No, with my cold and that, I wasn't able to. But, I know the story and I've heard so much about it. And I know they're doing a live version, with Will Smith. So I know enough about the story, but he wouldn't stop talking about it all morning, how much fun he had. And I did see a little preview with the genie when we had our big preview back in March. So I did get to see that scene. Never had a friend like me. I got to see that.
Well, there are a couple of musical numbers we all recognize, no question. There's a little bit of departure from the movie, and that's the thing I think that kids, when they come to this, they go, well, I don't remember that.
Right.
What would you say to a family who's thinking about coming to see Aladdin?
please come.
Yeah.
There's something in it for the entire family, for
Yeah.
the kids and for the parents. It's a perfect date night, a perfect family event. And yes, it is a little different from the animated feature. We don't have any animals. Aladdin actually has 3 friends, and Jasmine has 3 attendants. So it heightens the human connection and the friendship and relationships in that way. And
Sure.
so there's a human connection, and that adds to the journey of both of those characters.
Yeah, and there's a lesson to be learned for all ages. It's a boy realizing that he can do more and that he wants to make his mother who passed away proud. And there's it's about friendship and about like loyalty and helping each other grow. And it's about a princess who knows that she doesn't need to stick to this law, this status quo, that she can reach out because she deserves her own rights and her own happiness and stuff like that. And a lot of people take different messages from it. So that's one of the great benefits of this show.
Okay.
Really a universal theme that's, timeless, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly.
When did you guys first officially meet?
It was a Tuesday morning.
It was a cold winter day.
So you didn't know each other prior to casting?
We did not.
You
no.
did not.
But we
Okay.
actually both are in the original North American tour cast. So
Okay.
we started back in February of 2017 as ensemble and swing and understudy.
Oh, no
the
kidding.
roles. So,
So-
we met as that.
We were covering the roles, but not full time. We had our own different duties, and in time, we took over the roles every show.
Wow.
8 shows a week.
What was it like when you got that announcement that it's now your gig?
It's oof.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That.
Yes, it was a dream come true, and it took a few days for it to really settle in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's get a little background here. Texas, Wisconsin, couldn't be too further from the truth here. From actually what the roles you're playing. Let's get a little background. What is your background in the theater?
I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and then I went to college in Nashville, Tennessee, and now I'm doing this, and I've been doing the tour for coming up on 2 years now. And a cool little fact is my brother is actually on tour as well. He's in the cast. He's
Wow.
That's
a
kinda cool.
swing and dance captain, and so I have a little piece of home with me. Yeah.
Nice.
That's got to be cool because being on the road, you kind of miss your family, obviously, but to have
Totally.
them with you, that's really, really neat.
It is.
All
We're
right.
spoiled.
Yeah, nice.
No
Clinton, your background?
I'm from Arlington, Texas. I actually did gymnastics. I started off doing gymnastics for about 6 years, and I did a little transition over to arts, and just taking basic classes for dance, improv, all that fun stuff, and just grew from it. Just grew up around my my grandparents who were obsessed with classic musical theater movies, or all that kind of stuff. And fun fact about me is that I don't have a brother in the podcast, so I do have
Nice.
a Game Boy Advanced
Oh, nice.
that I just bought here in Omaha at an antique shop.
Antique shop? Oh
So-
my gosh, amazing.
Oh, Old Market, I bet. Yeah, they've got a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Obviously, everything that people talk about, the genie is larger than life in the movie and here as well. What's it like working with the genie?
This man is insane. Michael James Scott. He
real deal.
fun short fact about him is that he was basically with the original Broadway family when they first started forming this stuff all together. So he was with that journey, went to Broadway where he was the standby for it. And then he went on over to take it on full time in Australia, came to join us, went to London to play the genie, and then came back to us. So this man has experienced this role, this journey all over the world. He's a force to be reckoned with. He's
That's good way to
brilliant.
And
put
a
it.
joy to work with.
Absolutely.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Not a diva.
I mean, we're all divas. This
true.
business, you got to be.
How can you be a diva if you're living in the lamp, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
Itty bitty living
I mean, you
Yes.
saw his costume.
Yes. All right. Now, you guys did bring a prop with you. Show us. This is
Exciting.
the lamp right here. Check that out.
Wow.
This is the lamp.
That's right.
It's not plastic, Terry.
No, how heavy would you say that is?
10 pounds,
Wow.
maybe?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 pounds is probably a fact that I should know, but yeah.
I will say there
Wow.
are costumes heavier than that. Though.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes. I believe that with
My
all the
my wedding skirt is 12 pounds.
Wow.
So
Sheesh. And you walk around half time without a shirt on.
My fez is 17 pounds. It's crazy.
That's great. Now, Chappie talked about all morning the flying carpet. We have to address this. Is that really the showstopper, do you think?
Well, there's a couple of showstoppers, but that's one of the big ones. There's no question about it. I didn't expect that to happen the way it did because, and we don't want to give the whole thing away here,
Right.
but when you guys get to that point of do you trust me and the carpet, we never really see the carpet. I didn't know we were going to see it. And then it appears, and it was magical. Nice work.
it is as magical being a part of it as it is watching
bet.
it.
Yeah.
What was the first ride like? The very first ride
Tears
on the
were
carpet.
shed.
I know there was a lot.
Sing.
Yeah, there was a lot of fear too. We're like, oh wow, this is happening. Okay, okay. But,
It's unlike anything you could imagine.
Yeah.
I remember sitting there and being like, wow, I really couldn't imagine this.
yeah, it's I think a question that we get a lot is like what it's like seeing people in the audience when we're flying. The thing is, we actually cannot see the people. And so that's actually part of the magic for us in a personal way. Because, it just makes it even more real and more emotional. Because it's so fun because we really do feel like we're just flying around
Right.
the sky, space at night.
We
Just
kind of see what the audience sees. We see the stars and we can't see the people. So it's like this dome of blackness and
Wow.
wonder. And so it truly is just as magical for us as it is for the audience.
It's awesome.
There was a pin drop moment. Other than the music and the singing, obviously, we can hear that stuff. But I was looking around at the people who were in the audience, and it was everybody's mouth agape. And watching you guys, it was really special. The other thing I want to talk about was the Prince Ali number. That was massive.
Yes.
I was curious how you guys were actually going to pull that off.
well, my question to you, I'm curious about this. How many people do you think are involved in that number?
Bingo. And that's the thing is, I know roughly looking at the program, how many people are in the cast. It looked like over 100. And so
there are 100 quick changes in 1 minute. Over 100 quick changes in 1 minute.
there has to be
Wow.
because you guys made that look like the parade.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I noticed that, and I'm thinking, okay, wait a minute. I'm noticing faces. Obviously, there are costume changes. Fantastic.
Well, that's the magic and brilliance of work from Casey Nicola, our choreographer and director. Greg Barnes, a costume designer. And then there's also the thing is the dressers, and being on tour, we have local dressers. So we have new people every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, whatever. Every stop, it's new dressers that need to take on this responsibility.
Learn our show in 1 day.
Wow.
And it's a lot. And so once you experiencing as ensemble members before we took on the roles, you go off stage doing the first part of the number, go off stage, take off the layer, change, whatever, and then come right back on. You don't get to go back and drink or like go on your phone or anything.
There's no time for error.
Wow.
It's a quick zip, snap, throw, and go.
Boom.
Are they on racks, or are there people there handing them to you? How do you get it?
It's a combination. It also depends on like what the performer needs to get that stuff done. But there's no racks.
There are
there's
local dressers lined up.
That's
and you
it.
essentially know which dress you're about to run to and what thing to turn around or like they zip or you stand and you change hats or whatever. It's
Yeah.
just as much choreography off stage as it is on stage.
Terry, you know what my next question is going to be?
Yes, of course.
Yes. How many times has this gone wrong? What's the worst time you've
ask that
had when one of these has
Well,
gone
I love to tell my story because my wife, Gwen Stefani, saw me in LA.
Okay,
My
Blake.
pants came undone like midway in the number, like, and I'm like downstage center basically, and just like about to exit, but very slowly. And Gwen Stefani's like in the second row. I'm like, this is so awkward. It's just things happen. That's the whole
Yeah.
joy
That's
of
live
live
theater.
theater.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
You know, I mean, yeah, and whenever you have a show with this much to demand and like quick changes galore, things are gonna happen.
Sure.
Things
Lissa?
are gonna
And that's what's fun about it is figuring out how to continue from there.
boom. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I haven't had anything too crazy happen, but there's one of our costumes. I call it a sparkly burrito. It's like goes around your body, and one of the zippers broke. So but it broke while I was on stage. So it was open, and I was holding an umbrella, and there was nothing I could do about
Oh,
it.
no.
Yeah, that's
So it was
scary
just-
though. Yeah.
Just flapping in the wind, but that's how you do it.
Hey. Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot of fun on tour.
Yeah. We're lucky to get to experience so much
Yeah.
a culture and in the different environments in this
Right, we
country.
wouldn't be able to see all these different cities if it wasn't for touring. So,
Sure.
like, I don't know how I would have been able to experience Omaha if it wasn't for this. So,
There you go.
It's fun.
That's true.
Wow, you just won them over with that one. So many points. You made me look back.
like, go Patriots.
When was the last time you saw the original movie?
That's actually it. I haven't seen it
I
since.
haven't seen it recently.
Yeah.
No?
No, and I don't know. I want to, but it's also like, wow, it's going to be different to watch it now.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun feedback where you think to yourself like, what's fun to hear from the audience saying like, wow, that was so much like the movie, or that was so much not like it, and so you kind of want to step back, and you hear a lot of like artists say, I just want to make it my own, and then also do all the respect and such of the movie. So I actually think it's time to kind of revisit it, but it's been a second. Yeah,
Fantastic.
And what do you think about this new version with Will Smith and all that coming
we're
up?
excited.
Yeah, it's
I
looking
bet.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those live action movies really are good. So. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So shows this weekend. It goes all the way through next weekend. And you guys, welcome to Omaha. This has been a fantastic
Thank you
run.
for
We
having
appreciate everything you guys have been doing here with the show, and keep up the good work.
Yes, through the 27th, ticketomaha.com. Get your tickets now. Don't miss this show.